Most people believe a good job should solve everything: a stable salary, a normal life, a future that slowly improves. But something strange is happening in the US, the UK, and across Europe. Young people are working full-time, earning decent money, and still feeling broke. Not occasionally. Every month. Rent eats the paycheck. Bills never stop. Savings feel impossible. And the most confusing part? They're doing everything right. This isn't laziness. This is a modern financial trap. Because the rules of money have changed, and most people haven't noticed yet. Now let's break down the real reasons this is happening. The first reason young workers feel broke is simple. Life has become expensive in ways that don't feel obvious. It's not just inflation on paper. It's daily survival. Housing is the biggest pressure. In many cities, rent has grown faster than salaries for years. A paycheck that looks good suddenly becomes small, because half of it disappears the moment rent is due. And buying a home? For many young people, it feels completely unrealistic. Not because they don't want it, but because the numbers don't make sense anymore. Then there's the cost of basic living. Groceries cost more every month. Gas feels expensive. Utilities rise quietly. Even a normal lifestyle now feels like a luxury. So young workers aren't spending wildly, they're paying for basics. This creates a strange situation. People are earning more than previous generations, but feeling less secure. Because the world around them is moving faster than their income. And the pressure isn't just financial. It's psychological. When your money disappears before you can save, you start feeling trapped. Not poor, but fragile. One emergency expense, one medical bill, one job change, and stability breaks instantly. That is why so many young professionals feel anxious, even with full-time jobs. The salary provides survival, but not freedom. And once you see that, you realize the problem isn't effort. It's the environment. In the next part, we'll uncover the second reason: why modern life quietly forces people into financial dependence, even when they think they're progressing. The second reason is more invisible. Modern life is designed to create financial dependence. Most young workers don't make reckless choices. They make normal choices. A phone plan, a streaming subscription, a car payment, convenience services. Small expenses that feel harmless. But together, they create a monthly trap. This is lifestyle inflation. As income rises slightly, costs rise with it. Not because people become greedy, but because the modern world constantly pushes upgrades. Better devices, better apartments, more comfort. And slowly, the paycheck becomes fully committed. The problem is not spending. The problem is that there is no breathing room. A salary starts supporting obligations, instead of building freedom. This is why so many people feel stuck. They earn enough to survive, but not enough to escape. And the most dangerous part? It feels normal. Everyone around you lives the same way. So the pressure becomes invisible, until something breaks. One unexpected expense. One job disruption. And suddenly, the lifestyle becomes fragile. This is how the modern economy keeps people running, more work, to maintain the same stability. In the next part, we'll talk about the deeper shift, why working harder no longer guarantees progress, and what the new financial rules really are. Here's the deeper truth: hard work still matters, but it no longer guarantees progress. In the past, effort and reward were connected. You worked harder. You moved forward. You built stability. Today, many young workers feel something different. They work more, but stay in the same place. That's because the modern economy rewards ownership more than labor. A salary is limited. It depends on hours. It depends on one job. But ownership scales. Assets grow. Investments compound. Technology creates leverage. This is why the gap is widening. People who own property, businesses, or investments benefit as prices rise. People who rely only on wages feel squeezed as costs rise faster than income. This is not a moral failure. It's a structural shift. Young workers entered an economy where the ladder moved upward. The same effort produces less freedom, and that creates frustration. People start blaming themselves. They think they are not disciplined enough, not smart enough. But the issue is bigger. The rules changed. The middle class path became narrower, and the salary became less powerful. In the next part, we'll talk about what actually creates security now, and how young workers can build financial resilience in this new world. So, what actually creates security today? The answer is not panic. The answer is adaptation. Financial stability in the modern world comes from options, not just income. The goal is no longer simply earning a salary, it's reducing dependence on a single fragile stream. Most young workers rely on one paycheck. That is risky in a world of rising costs and economic uncertainty. So resilience starts small, building an emergency buffer, reducing unnecessary debt, creating breathing room. Not luxury, space. Because space is freedom. The second shift is learning leverage. Leverage means results that aren't tied to more hours, skills that scale, digital tools, investments that compound slowly over time. Even small investing habits matter, because consistency beats intensity. The third shift is awareness. Stop assuming the old formula still works automatically. Stop thinking salary equals safety. Salary is survival, but freedom requires structure. Young workers don't need to become billionaires. They need control. Control over time. Control over choices. Control over pressure. And that begins with small steps repeated consistently. The modern world makes people feel behind, but progress is still possible. Just through a different path. In the final part, we'll bring everything together and end with the mindset shift that changes how money feels completely. At the end of the day, this is the truth: young workers are not failing. They are living inside a world that became more expensive, more unstable, and harder to navigate. A good job used to mean security. Today, it often means survival. Rent rises faster than wages. Lifestyle costs quietly expand. And the middle class path feels narrower every year. This is why so many people feel broke, even when they're doing everything right. But the most important thing is this: awareness changes everything. Once you understand the real forces at play, you stop blaming yourself. You stop running harder in the wrong direction. And you start building intentionally. Financial freedom today is not about a perfect salary. It's about options, resilience, leverage. The ability to breathe even when the system feels heavy. The rules changed, but you can change with them. If this video gave you clarity, take one small step today. Protect your financial space. Build skills that grow. Create options before pressure becomes permanent. And if you want more modern finance content about money psychology, wealth systems, and financial freedom, subscribe to Finvanta Finance. Because the world is changing fast, and understanding money has never been more important.